Some are nice, some are not nice. They're scammers, they're liars. Yeah, and one of the things that really got my fancy was look out for lady boys.
This body's not that amazing. Your friends are skin and bones. She can never replace.
My name is Marilyn. I'm turning 45 this coming December 20. I live here in Cebu City.
Your hair's a mess, but you don't mind.
My expectation in joining an AFA that I want one day that I'm getting married because that's I want in my life.
My name is Ingram. In 2 days, I'll turn 76 years old. I was born in Guyana. It used to be called British Guyana. It's on the northern coast of South America. I left there in 1968, resided in the U.S. for the past 56 years. The lady sitting next to me, what is our current status? Yes, we are engaged and we plan to be married. TBA, time to be announced. What ultimately made me start dating abroad, as I mentioned earlier, I was born in South America. It's a tropical country. It's on the northern coast of South America. I've resided in the United States for the past 56 years. I really want to get away from the cold. So there are several countries I've looked at. Guyana, where I was born, is one of them. Barbados, Panama, Belize, and the Philippines. I happened to be on YouTube one day and I saw an interview being done of expats living in Dumaguete. I started to pay attention. I said, wait a minute, this looks like a place I might want to go check out. So I started looking at it more and more, and then I came across AFA, a foreign affair, and I joined. I looked at several profiles. I saw Marilyn's profile, this beautiful young lady here, and I kept going back to it. I would look somewhere else, and I kept going back to her profile. And I said, this is it. So I ended up sticking with Marilyn, and I found out what I needed to do to get in contact with her. I was told I need to sign I need to get an Ingram form, I think it's called. And if she signs it, her information would be released, and that's exactly what happened. And here we are, and I say, yes. Okay. Marilyn and I corresponded. We met last December on the site, and we corresponded, texting back and forth until June when she signed the Ingram form. I've been video chatting several times a day since then. Do I think there are advantages to writing letters before physically coming to meet the person? I think so. I think you can learn, pay attention to people. You pay attention to their communication, the way they communicate, the words they use, which you can be fooled, but someone will have to be very good to maintain that sense of deceitfulness for a long or continually rather. As we began to communicate, I began to learn things about her. You know, I think just from the communication, and then more so when the video started, but this is strictly written we're speaking about. I picked up a few things. I felt that she was an honest, sincere person just from her words, certain words that she used. And I took that chance. I think there's a time and a place for you to meet the right person or to come across the right opportunity. You know, if you're buying a piece of property or something like that, buying a car, your gut tells you. People don't believe that. We call it the sixth sense. But I think our inner man speaks to us. And I personally do believe that. I just felt something there. As I said earlier, I kept going back to her profile and I would read it and read it and read it again. I would look somewhere else and I kept going back. I would read it and read it again. I said, yes, this is the one here. And that's it. So yes, there are advantages to communicate literally before making the actual physical, taking the actual trip. If if you're a foreigner going to a developing nation, you have to be in your P's and Q's. You have to be very, very cautious and take the appropriate precautions, because there are people who will slit your throat and take what you have because they feel entitled to it. So yes, I've been very cautious. I was looking for someone who I sensed to be loyal, sincere, would be faithful, trustworthy. Someone who I felt would make a good companion. I have been married before, a few times, and I'm willing to do this one more time, and that's it. I'm looking for a potential lifelong partner. I found that person in Miss Marilyn. Some are nice, some are not nice. They're scammers, they're liars. Yeah, and one of the things that really got my fancy was I had to look it up. Look out for lady boys. So you have to be very careful. Even one of my sons said to me, he said, Dad, you're going to the Philippines, you know, they have lady boys over there. I didn't know what it was. I said, what is that? You know, men that look like women. Not worried about that. I'm here. This is a real woman, all woman. From here to there, all woman. I have nothing but very positive things to say about the staff. I saw Marilyn on a YouTube video just after we had met. I think she was being introduced by Miss Rosalind. I thought that was a coincidence too, that we had just began video chatting and there she was on a YouTube video. And I'm going, yes, yes, you know, this was meant to be. I just happen to believe in things like that. And believe it or not, I believe in prayer. I prayed for a woman like this. I did.
I joined the AFA last December. Then I received his letter on December. Then on June, I signed for the Ingram. I received his letter. I feel happy. It's his intention to marry me. I feel it, and I feel the presence of the Lord that He's the one to give me. I feel good and I feel happy because He is a kind man and He is very understanding. When I have no boyfriend since birth, my life it is sadness, thinking for they have a problem about the rental and then what is supposed to do if I don't have a job or everything. If you had a partner, then you can share for what we have, and especially if you had a problem, then you can share for about this one. So it is better that you had a partner than in a single. So that's why I'm happy.
What are my future plans? My future plans are as follows. One, we shall be married as soon as possible. Two is to get her to the United States. She wants to pursue the culinary arts. So she will go to school there for that. And then we're heading back to the Philippines, right, babe? Yes. Marilyn plans on going into business, and whatever she needs, I'm there I have her back. Considering physically visiting the Philippines, I say to you, gentlemen, take the trip, visit the Philippines, meet the women, go out on a date, get to know them. My personal experience from the time I got on Philippine airline in LA, the staff, the stewardesses, everyone I dealt with in that plane who were Filipinos were very kind, very courteous. I'm retired, I would like to live here. I met a young lady on a dating site. I have an engagement ring to put on a finger when I see her. Get on a flight, head to the Philippines, and meet the loved one of your life. That's my advice.
The AFA, it is good, nice, and they can helping for Filipinas to finding a partner. I'm happy to join for this kind of dating site. And I feel that one day that God is given for me for a partner of my life because that's what I want. And I'm happy right now because God answered my prayer. Ladies, and if you are interested to going here in the AFA, you can go here so that you can refine your partner. It is a good site. It is not the same with the other sites.
Travel to exciting places and meet hundreds of stunning single women. Check out our website at
CebuWomen.com.